Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Samantha Ann and I talk about books. Today is a quick challenge update for the month of March. So where did I end on all of my various challenges that I'm doing for the month of March? Let's find out. First thing is overall book number goal. So goal of 75 books for the year. I am currently at 40. Y'all, I don't know how I'm doing this. I'm rocking and I'm rolling and I don't know how I'm doing it, but I ain't gonna ask questions. We just gonna go with it. So since I've read 40 books, that puts me at 22 books ahead. So at this rate, I'm probably gonna hit over 100, assuming that I don't like fall off the wagon super hard later this year, which is always a possibility, but we're just gonna remain optimistic right now. Next goal that I have is reading classics. So did I read any classics? I read one, and that was The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. That doubled as my retro rereads challenge, so that was completed for the month of March. So I guess as long as I'm reading at least one a month, then I'm doing pretty well as far as that challenge is concerned. So okay, cool. And the last challenge that I have is diversity bingo. So I'm fixing to pop up right over here the graphic for diversity bingo for 2017. I ended up reading 4 diverse books this month. However, only 3 of them filled squares for diversity bingo, so that's okay. And the first square that I filled this month was Juliet Takes a Breath by Gabby Rivera. This filled the square for Own Voice's Latina main character, and it's exactly was that. That book was excellent, 4 out of 5 stars. I highly recommend it. I listened to the audio version and I also highly recommend that version. The next square that was filled was the Black main character square, and that went to The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas. 5 out of 5 stars. Amazing book. Everybody needs to read it. Super, super important. If you haven't read it already, what are you waiting for? I get that there's a lot of hype around it, but the hype is honestly well-deserved. It is very, very important, so read that book. Thank you. And the last square that I filled was main character on the ACE spectrum, and that square went to Every Heart a Doorway by Seanan McGuire, because the main character of that book is someone who is asexual. They don't go into too much detail during that book, but they do talk about it very briefly, and that is not a representation that we see very much in literature. I really enjoyed that book. I've seen kind of mixed things about it. It's really fucking weird, don't get me wrong, it's fucking weird, but I liked that about it. I'm not going to go into too much more detail than that. If you want to know more about it, you should probably watch somebody else's review, but it's really weird and I'm having trouble putting my thoughts into words about it. So you can watch my wrap-up video if you so desire. I'll link that above, but yeah, there it is. And I did read one more diverse book this month. However, it did not fill the squares like I mentioned, and that book was Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng. This book follows a biracial Chinese American family, and their oldest daughter has passed away, and it deals with that. It deals with racism that is experienced during the 1970s because it takes place in the 1970s, as well as some of the misogyny and things like that that went on, living vicariously through your children, women feeling trapped in the home and in marriages and feeling like their place is in the home. But this book was excellent. The writing is very beautiful. I highly recommend it. So that is all I have for you guys as far as a challenge update goes. I'm definitely kicking ass and taking names in terms of goals, so I'm really, really proud of myself. What goals have you guys set for yourselves? Do you have like challenge updates or anything like that? If you do, make sure you link them down below. I would love to watch them. I would love to discuss. Also, have you guys read any of the books that I mentioned in this video today? If you have, comment down below. Let's talk about them. I love talking books with you guys. You guys are all super awesome. As always, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you have not already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.